let's be real. AI in education, it's not science fiction anymore. It's here, it's happening right now, and it's changing classrooms faster than you can imagine. So let's get right into it. Okay, if you need proof of just how fast this is all moving, get this. A mind-blowing 86% of education organizations are already using AI. And according to a big study from IDC, that's not just a high number. It's the highest of any industry. I mean, we're not talking about a small ripple here. This is a full-on tidal wave.
All right, so here's our game plan for this explainer. First, we're going to look at how the AI classroom even got here. Then we'll dive into the new toolkit that teachers are getting. After that, we'll see how AI is becoming a personal partner for every student. Of course, we have to talk about the tricky stuff, the ethical tightrope we're all walking. And finally, we'll wrap up by exploring what it really means to learn with the machine, not against it. So let's start at the beginning. You know, this whole AI boom feels like it just appeared out of nowhere, right? But the truth is, this overnight revolution has actually been simmering for decades.
I mean, think about it. The journey really kicked off way back in the 60s with these huge mainframe computers doing super basic instruction. Then in the 80s, things got a little smarter with more customized tutoring systems. But 2022, that was the big one. That's when tools like ChatGPT just exploded onto the scene, and suddenly everyone could use them. And that's what's led to this massive wave of adoption we're seeing today, where AI is becoming a core piece of the educational puzzle.
And you know, where there's a revolution, the money follows. Just look at these numbers. The market for AI in education is set to just skyrocket. We're talking from around $7 billion in 2025 to a projected $112 billion by 2034. That's a growth rate of over 36% a year. That tells you everything you need to know. This isn't just a fad, it's a massive industry-wide bet on the future.
Okay, so what does all this actually look like in a real classroom? For teachers, it's like getting the most powerful assistant you could ever imagine. And it's coming at a time when they need it most to help tackle one of the biggest problems in the profession: burnout.
I mean, listen to this. This quote from a teacher really hits home. They're saying, "I stay until 6 p.m. daily, bring work home every weekend, and still feel perpetually behind." Wow. It's that feeling that the system just demands a superhuman effort to even keep your head above water. That's a feeling so many educators know all too well. And this is exactly where AI is stepping in, almost like a co-pilot in the classroom. And look at the range of things it can do. It's not just one thing. It's automating quizzes, creating tailored lesson plans in minutes, summarizing content instantly, crafting rubrics, even handling parent emails and all that dreaded paperwork. It's taking on the grunt work.
And hey, this isn't just some future fantasy, it's happening right now. A recent study from Microsoft shows that teachers are already all in on this. They're using these tools for the exact things we just talked about: brainstorming, building lesson plans, and breaking down tough subjects for their students. They are really embracing this new assistant.
And the impact? How about this for a number? A potential 70%? 70% reduction in the time teachers spend grading. Think about that. That's not just saving a few hours. That fundamentally changes the job description. It frees up educators to do what only they can do: actually teach and connect with their students. Okay, so we've talked about the teachers, but what about the students? Well, if AI is an assistant for the teacher, for the student, it's something even more profound. It's becoming a personal partner for every single learner, making personalized education a reality on a scale we've just never ever seen before. The magic behind all of this is something called adaptive learning. So what is that? Basically, it's AI algorithms that pay attention to how you learn. It sees where you're struggling, where you're excelling, and then delivers resources and activities that are customized just for you. It's really the end of the one-size-fits-all classroom. And students are totally running with this. The data shows they're already using AI almost like a study buddy. They're using it to brainstorm ideas for papers, to get quick summaries of long texts, and to get that first round of feedback on their work before a teacher even sees it. This quote from a high school junior, Pragya Madgil, just says it all. She says they use it as a brainstorming partner to ideate, but not to actually do our work for us. That's the key distinction, right? It's a tool to expand creativity, not a machine to cheat the system. Okay, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. With all of this incredible potential, there's also a dark side. A lot of risk. We're essentially walking an ethical tightrope here, and we have to be incredibly careful as we navigate this powerful new tech. It really comes down to this classic trade-off. On one side, you've got all the amazing promises: personalized learning, instant feedback, making education more accessible, and huge efficiency gains. But on the other side, the perils are very real. Huge concerns about data privacy, biased algorithms, cheating, and of course, the massive cost of getting this all set up. So, what are teachers themselves most worried about? Well, when you ask them, their top concerns are pretty clear and consistent. Number 1, a rise in plagiarism. Number 2, students becoming way too reliant on AI. And number 3, the risk of AI just making stuff up, spreading misinformation. And out of all these risks, this idea of algorithmic bias is maybe one of the scariest. Check this out. One study found that some AI detection tools incorrectly flagged over half of the essays written by non-native English speakers as AI generated. I mean, just imagine being a student falsely accused of cheating just because of your writing style. That's a nightmare scenario. So, where do we go from here? How do we balance the promise and the peril? Well, the consensus that's emerging is pretty clear. The future isn't about humans versus AI. It's about humans plus AI. I love how Mark Sparvel from Microsoft puts it. He calls AI a catalyst for conversation. You see, the tech is what gets the ball rolling, but the real learning, the real magic, happens in the dialogue, in the back and forth. And that, he says, is a very human experience. So what this is all leading to is a new kind of hybrid model for teaching. The idea is simple. Let each side do what it does best. Let the AI handle the number crunching, the automation, the data processing. And that frees up the human teacher to focus on the things a machine can never do, mentoring students, sparking creativity, and developing emotional intelligence. But getting to that future isn't going to happen by accident. It requires a real plan. And the recommendations are pretty straightforward, but they're absolutely critical. Step 1, you have to get everyone talking. Leaders, teachers, students. Open communication is key. Step 2, we have to be willing to experiment, to try things out and see what works best, blending AI with what we already know is effective. And step 3, commit to constant training. AI literacy for everyone isn't a one-time thing. It has to be ongoing. And that word, literacy, is so important because, let's face it, AI fluency is the new must-have job skill. It's not optional anymore. Get this, 2/3 of leaders now say they wouldn't even hire someone who lacks AI skills. And by 2030, experts predict that AI will be the #1 thing changing the skills needed for most jobs. So yeah, this matters to literally everyone. So as we're standing here on the edge of this new era, the big question isn't if AI is going to change education. That ship has sailed. The real question is, how are we going to guide it? Is the future of learning going to be led by humans, driven by AI, or is it going to be a completely new kind of partnership that we're only just now starting to figure out?